It's another delicious day here in the Let's Make Food from Food kitchen, and today's kitchen adventure is taking us to the land of cheese. Love cheese. This is feta. We're gonna make a baked feta, and I'm gonna pair it with this delicious focaccia bread that I made in my last video. So I'll put a link down below for that video. Let us get started with our ingredients. I've got an 8-ounce block of feta, a mixture of cherry tomatoes. I have a mixture of olives here. I have Kalamata on the bottom, and then castelvetranos, if I've said that right, is on top. And I combine the two because this one is not sour like the Kalamata olives are. They're very mild, and so they complement really well. For my herbs, I have oregano, basil, and thyme. I've got some olive oil and a shallot. So what I want to do is put just a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to get it spread around. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So I'm just trying to get a thin coating on the bottom of my pan before I put things in there, and then I'll drizzle the rest on top when I'm all done filling it. Almost. Okay, so what I can do is take my cheese block, and don't use crumbled, it won't work as well. So just put your cheese block right in the middle. Okay, and then you want to slice your onion, and I'm doing kind of thicker slices. And I like the shallot for this because it's a little sweeter, and you can use just one small one. Okay, and then the same thing with the tomatoes. You can have them or you can quarter them. I'm going to have the small ones and quarter the ones that are slightly larger so they're closer to the same size for cooking time. It's helpful. All right, so what we want to do is just kind of spread this around evenly, sort of evenly, so you kind of have an even spread as people take chunks out of here onto their smaller dishes, or if you're just doing it family style and sitting around the thing with your bread, however you go about it, it's up to you. Okay, so just again spreading these out so it's somewhat even. I thought I dropped one, I guess I didn't. Okay, and then the tomatoes. And it's okay if some are on top of the cheese, but I like the presentation where it's not. Let me go rinse my hands. Okay, up next, I'm gonna take my olive oil and just lightly drizzle it. I am gonna use all of it. Okay. And then we take our herbs and just sprinkle them on top. And I could have mixed these together and done it that way, but I didn't. It's just preference, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. As long as you get them on there and it's kind of even. Okay, this is ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna bake it for 20 minutes on 350, and then I'm gonna broil it for a few minutes at the end to get this cheese and stuff nice and golden and get a little more color on there. So I'm gonna get this in the oven, and then we'll move on to our bread preparation. Now we have our focaccia bread. It's amazing, I love this. So I'm gonna make thin slices like so, and I'm just gonna put them out on the pan. I'm not gonna butter it, I'm not gonna oil it, because there's gonna be the cheese spread, there's gonna be the olive oil, it's already in the pan, and so I'm going to let that flavor our bread, and all I wanna do is warm it. I don't wanna toast it, though you could, if you like it toasty, you could absolutely toast it. I just want to warm it. So in the last maybe 5-ish minutes of the bake, I will put this in there at the same time. Then they'll both be ready to pull out and serve up. And that's it. I've got my warmed bread. This has baked for about 25 minutes with the additional broil that I added on. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just take some of my feta and spread it on some bread. Look at how easily that spreads. That's beautiful. And then I want to take some of my roasted topping and just put it right on top. Okay, we'll get a little more onion. Got some tomato and some olive. Fabulous. Tomatoes are sweet. Feta is delicious. It's really wonderful with this bread. The bread is light and airy. Still smells wonderful. This is so good. No, it's meant to be an appetizer, but I could pretty much make this a meal. It's delicious. The cheese is so creamy and warm. It's just delicious all the way around. The flavors contrast and complement, and it's like a party in my mouth. Thanks for joining me here today in the Let's Make Food from Food Kitchen. From my kitchen to yours, let's make food from food.
That's one boy.